welcome to Quick Concepts. This is going to be for my Algebra 2 students. I'm just reviewing decimal parts of a number. These tend to be word problems. They are a lot like the fractional parts number, so I deal with them exactly the same, but I want to make sure you understand the difference between a decimal and a fraction. Hopefully you do at this point. So we're going to be starting in your book. This is lesson 6. I'm going to be doing example problem 6.2. It says the solution, or excuse me, the students, can't read, the students found, can't write either, found that 0.015 of the teachers were either brave or completely fearless. If 300 teachers fell into one of these categories, how many teachers were there in all? That says teachers, I swear. I hope you have your book. Were there in all, and you can just follow along in the book instead of trying to read my lovely handwriting. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on. It says 0.015 of the teachers were either brave or completely fearless. So I'm just extracting what it says. 300 of these teachers fell into one of these categories. So we can say 300 of these teachers, brave or completely fearless. So the first thing I want you to notice is that my information matches. When my information matches, it makes our problem a lot easier because we can just set it up like this. Then I just have to, of course, get rid of the 0.015. And that tells me how many teachers I have left. So I grab my calculator, I say 300 divided by 0.015, and my answer is 20,000 teachers. Now this is one type. This is where the information matches type, okay? So let's try a different one. Look at example 6.3. It says an analysis of the old woman's utterances. I tell you, the things they come up with in this book showed that 0.932 were vaticinal if she spoke 2,000 times during the period in question. How many utterances were not vaticinal? Don't even know what half these words mean. Not going to lie. So it says an analysis of the old woman's utterances showed that 0.93 were vaticinal. I'll have to ask somebody what that means one day. If she spoke 2,000 times during the period in question. So they're giving us the total. They're giving us the of what? How many were not vaticinal? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, how much is 0.932 of 2,000? So I'm going to grab my calculator. 0.932 times 2,000. So first of all, I want you to understand this is giving us vaticinal. And there's 1,864. But the question is how many were not vaticinal. So I'm just going to take the total number and subtract 1864 from it. And that's going to give us 136 were not. So that's your answer. Now, so I've given you an example where the information matched. I've given you an example where they're giving us our total, so it's just a straight problem. I'm going to give you one more example where the information does not match. Okay, so the next one we're going to do where the information does not match. So it says an analysis of the old man's statements showed that 0.653 were prophetic and 2,000 were not prophetic. How many statements did he make? So this time we are looking for his total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out if we have 0.653 were prophetic and 2,000 were not prophetic, I have to make the information match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, 1 minus 0.653 is going to tell us how many were, what decimal part was not prophetic. So I'm going to say, grab my calculator, I'm going to say 1 minus 0.653, 1 minus 0.653. So this is 0.347. So now I have 0.347 were not prophetic. So now I have matching information. So I can say 0.347 of sum total is 2,000. And then I can just divide both sides by 0.347. And I can get 2,000 divided by 0.347. So he made about 5,763 statements. And I'm rounding. Okay, and that is it for decimal parts.